Hi everyone, I continue on the lesson here, which is for topic 5. I think this is the last video here. So these are added to the lesson because I believe you need to know them. When you know about lines, you need to know these things. I want to just tell you about parallel lines. Okay, so when I say two lines are parallel, means they don't touch each other. So they have just like, for example, the same as this. Okay, so they are, for example, like that, or both of them are like this. And so as you notice, they have the same steepness. Okay, so I can say, for example, if I say L1 and L2, so if I say L1 and L2 are parallel, which is this symbol in math, okay, they don't cross each other, and they just continue to go the same way as each other. So you could say, for example, here slope of L1 is the same as slope of L2, and this solves many issues when we are working with lines. So slopes are the same. So here I can say, okay, so look at this question. For this question I added picture because from my based on my experience, a student have issues here when I give them this question. For example, I say I want a line. So find the equation of a line. Okay, so what's wrong here? Let me see. Okay, I just have to fix this. Okay, yeah, okay, so let me see what happened here. Okay, so that's fine. Yeah, okay, so I want a line which is, find the equation of the line which is parallel to this line. Okay, so maybe I can just zoom in. Okay, and passes through this point. Okay, so I added the picture because based on my experience, many times I see a student, they think this point should be on this line. Okay, no, this point is on the new line, and the new line is parallel with that line, and they don't cross each other. Okay, so 5 for x and 4 for y doesn't have anything to do with the equation that you have. The point is on the equation that you want to find. Okay, so what do I need? So I always tell you, when you read a question, you have to say what do I need and what do I have. You need this, y equal mx plus b, a slope, y-intercept. Okay, so you don't have them, but you know these two lines are parallel. Okay, so means they have the same slope. What is the slope of the first one? 2, because y is isolated. So the other side is slope x plus y-intercept. So it is y equal 2x plus b. And now I can find b. How can I find b? Okay, I don't have b. I don't have anything about y-intercept. I even don't see any information about that. But I know this point is on this line. Which point? This one. Okay, so now I can do 4 equal 2 times 5 plus b. And then b is, let me see, so b is, so it's 4 minus 6, sorry, 4 minus 10, which is minus 6. Okay, so the line that I'm looking for is mx, so it's 2x minus 6, and yes, it's parallel with that one and goes through the point which is here. So if I do 2 times 5, which is 10, minus 6, that's 4. Okay, and the point is on the line. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for here. Okay, so this one. Okay, so perpendicular lines, two lines are perpendicular if they make right angle when they cross each other. So I mean that, okay, this way. The reason I didn't do from up to down and left to right, because a student, they think it has to be always that way. No, it can be in any direction, but when they cross each other and you look at the angle, so you can see it's 90 degree. Okay, so it's 90 degrees there. So that's here, and that's here, and that's here, and so you will see they are perpendicular. So I say L1 is perpendicular to L2, and this is the math symbol. If a slope of L1 would be negative reciprocal of a slope of L2, or if slope of L1 multiple slope of L2 is -1. Okay, so okay, so if I have a slope of one of them, I can find a slope of the other by using negative reciprocal. Okay, so now I can find the answer here. So I'm looking for equation of the line which is parallel to this one. Okay, I'm looking for that, perpendicular to this one and passes through this point. Again, this guy is not on this one. No, 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 it's not. Okay, so maybe I have to cross a line, because otherwise when you are looking at the lesson you think it's on that. Okay, so no. Okay, so here, yes. Okay, so I do, what do I need again? So I do y equal mx plus b. I don't have m, I don't have b, but I have information. Okay, so what is a slope of, okay, so m is 1/4. Okay, look at here, this is -4. I use negative reciprocal. Okay, so it is -1 over the other m. Yes, and this is the other m, m1. Okay, so m2 is, then m2 is 4, sorry, 1/4. I do negative reciprocal, so I change the sign and I flip it. Okay, so okay, so it is y equal 1/4x plus b. How can I find b? Okay, this point is on this line, not on the first line. Okay, so it is 2 equals 7/4 plus b. Okay, what is b? So b is 2 minus 7/4, oops, which is 8 minus 7/4, which is 1/4. Okay, so the equation that I'm looking for is 1/4x plus 1/4. This is what I'm found. Okay, so now I go to here. Okay, so which lines are parallel? Yes, very easy. The lines are parallel are A and B. Okay, because I see the same slope. How do I know? Because I see 2 and 2 beside x. How do I know this is the slope? Because y is isolated the other side. Okay, so it's I can say A and B. Okay, so here, yeah. So what is the slope of this line? Okay, the slope of this, oh sorry, what is the slope of the line perpendicular to this line? Okay, so a slope here is 2. Okay, a slope of perpendicular line is, so m2 is -1/m1, which is -1/2. Done. Okay, so 2 minus 1/2, because I have to do negative reciprocal. So what do they represent, these two lines? Okay, so I don't see anything in common, and so I have to make them the same. Okay, so I need to write this one the same as this one. Okay, so y equal, okay, 2y equal 6x. I change the color because I want to show I move them. So -16, and y is 3x minus 8. Okay, can I say they are parallel? It's more than that. It's parallel, and I have the same y-intercept. So they both are the same line. So they are top of each other. Okay, so line 1 equal line 2. So they are just top of each other. So it's not even parallel. It's more than that. Okay, so they are the same. So what is the equation of the line perpendicular to this line and passing through this point? Okay, so you have to say what you are looking for. You are looking for this y equal mx plus b. So you have to find m. For m, you do negative reciprocal. So you look at here, and then you do negative reciprocal. So it is -2x plus b. Okay, and then you do -4 equal -2 multiple 3 plus b, and b is 2. Okay, so it is y equal -2x plus 2. Okay, if I do to the -6, yeah. Okay, so that's correct. So what is the equation of the line parallel to this one and passes through that? Okay, look at this. Parallel means the same. So you have y equal mx plus b. You have to find m. You have to find b. You have m. Oops. but you don't have b. How do you find b? I use the point here. Okay, this point is not on the original line. No, 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 no. It's on new line. Okay, so I do -1 equal -2/4 plus b. Okay, and I find b. So -1 equal -1/2 plus b, and then b is -1/2, and then the answer is -x/4 -1/2. Okay, let me see. Here I have 2/4, which is -1/2 -1/2 -1. Yeah. Okay. Sometimes when I give this question, a student, they sub in this here, and they say left side is not equal right side, and they say question is wrong. Okay. No, this point is not on the original line. It's on the new line. Okay, that you are finding. What is the slope of this line here? Oh, perpendicular to this line. Okay, first of all, you have to find the slope of this line. That's very nice because you don't see what you want, because you have to isolate y. How do you isolate y? You have to times both sides with, oops, you have to times both sides with least common denominator of 3 and 6. Okay, which is 6. Okay, so you times with 6, so it is, so I use this 2y minus 4, okay, plus x plus 4 equal 12. Sometimes when I say, okay, for example, do this question, a student, they multiply both sides with 6, but they forget they have to multiply 2 with 6 as well, which is on the right side. You have to multiply both sides. Okay, so that's here, and then you have 2y plus x equal 12. What happened? I cancel this and that, and then I have 2y equal minus x plus 12. Oops. And then I have y equal -1/2x plus 6. Okay, because I have to divide both sides with 2. So now, what is the slope of the line? Perpendicular. Okay, so the line perpendicular is, okay, you have to use negative reciprocal. Here you have -1/2. Here you have to do 2. Okay, negative reciprocal. Change the sign and flip it. Okay, so that's what you want because it said perpendicular. Okay, so first you have to find the slope and then use the thing to find this negative reciprocal. Okay, so summary of this lesson. Based on my experience, a student have many issues with so lines. Something is not clear to them, so they mix it. I really don't know what's going on here. So this is crazy. Okay, so let me see. No. Okay, if I can show at least, oh my god, a little bit bigger. Okay, so the method, okay, so 3 methods of graphing lines. So I want to tell you just this is a summary of the lesson. Okay, and maybe you can when you watch this you can learn what do I mean by summary. Okay, so 3 methods of graphing a line. Okay, so first you have to mention, so here which line. So of course I'm not going to write all the summary here, but because I already did the lesson. Okay, but okay, so I have 3 methods. One method is table of values, which is x here, y here. You give values to x and you find y. How do you find y? One of them is independent, x is independent, y is dependent. So you have to do, for example, m multiple -2 plus b, and you have to find for all of them, and then just find those points and graph them. One of the method is x-intercept and y-intercept and connect them. Find them and connect them. One of them is you find y-intercept and use rise over run. Okay, make sure you know all of them. Based on my experience, when it comes to lines, a student get confused. Okay, so that's why I'm talking about all the lesson that you need. Okay, so how do you find x-intercept, y-intercept? Okay, for x-intercept, y equals 0. For y-intercept, x equals 0. Here you find x, here you find y. Okay, how to find a slope from the equation? From the line graph, if you have 2 points of the line available. Okay, so how do you find from equation? So you have to isolate. So y equal a slope x plus y intercept. Okay, so this is that. Okay, so this one here. How do you find from the graph? Okay, you have to check 2 points and then find rise over run. Okay, how do you find? Okay, so what do you do here? Okay, 2 points. Okay, stop. Stop is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 when I have 2 points. Okay, so a slope of different types of line. A slope of different types of line. Okay, so if I have this kind, a slope is positive. If I have this kind, a slope is negative. If I have horizontal, a slope is 0. If I have vertical, a slope is undefined. Okay, so here if I do summary, I have to explain, and explanation right now I am just explaining by just I'm saying. Okay, but if you are writing me just a summary, you have to write them. Okay, so parallel lines, I have L1 parallel L2, so a slope of L1 is the same as a slope of L2. Oops, I have L1 perpendicular to L2, see 90 degree, so a slope of L1 is negative reciprocal of a slope of L2. How to write the equation? So you write the equation using this y equal a slope x plus y intercept. Okay, if you have this information, just sub in. If you don't have, you have to find them using all the information that you have in the question. Line equation for vertical. Okay, so for vertical, line equation is x equal a number. For horizontal, it's y equal a number. Okay, so you know that. Okay, so let me see, did I say everything here based on the lesson? Yes. Okay, so I talked about everything here, and then I can move to topic 6 after. Okay, so I'm going to finish video here, and then so this is I think it's video 5. I think so, because let me check. Yes, 1 second. It takes so much time. Okay, yes, it's video 5. Okay, so I can just write here this is video 5, and okay, so and then we are done with topic 5, and then so I just move to topic 6 after. Thank you so much for your time, and bye.